When last we left our vampires, they had been invited to an absolutely picturesque and lovely wedding. Perhaps too picturesque and lovely, as in this space occupied by the dead and the otherworldly, the sheer loveliness of the fairy tale affair was enough for actual fairies to insert their will over the tale. In a moment, our kindreds awoke in their beds the next day and found on the horizon where the wedding had taken place was a bubble of daylight. The wedding still happening over and over again. Upon inspection, they learned these truths and several others, and were entreated to several deals by a number of supernatural beings, a cat, an angry fey noblewoman, or was just very preoccupied fey noblewoman, and then another cat who couldn't tell naught but lies. Eventually, the coterie decided that the second cat's suggestion seems to be the best. Ruin the wedding, cause the time loop and its magic to unravel, and let the regular world go on. For if they let the angry noblewoman carry out her plan, not only would she perhaps unleash ancient beings of unspeakable power onto the world, but if she only succeeded slightly, she might rip this entire township out of the world itself. If they went with the first cat's plan, well, they'd have to kill a couple of their friends. So, seemed reasonable enough to go with the first suggested course of action. And so they did. Kemrutai went off to find a bit of drama that had been also excised from the party scene, while the others went to awaken the half-slumbering mind of one of their allies. That would be... I know the character, I just can't pull... Claudio. Who, behind a pair of stout and rotund talking rabbit guards, was leading several of the townswomen in making pie and cakes and treats for the wedding, of which he spoiled with fish guts and rice once his mind was awakened. We return to our kindred moments thereafter. Benedict Flores, Evelyn Bouchon, and Christophe von Castile, accompanied by Claudio, as they leave the communal kitchen. Bunnies going back to their patrol of standing out front of its entrance, trying to look tough and serious, and failing miserably.
They were tough and serious. I don't know what you're talking about.
So at the end of last session, my Discord cut out. So, Claudio sabotaged the food, and then was he staying there, or was he coming with us?
He's coming. You haven't figured that out yet? He sabotaged the food, left the building with you, but you haven't really caught him up on the plans, and he hasn't really made a choice of what he's doing.
Okay, well, while we look for our next person, I can explain all that in Latin, since probably no one around speaks Latin. Unless we see the Rev.
There are priests, but, they're not here.
Exactly. Unless we see the Reverend or my priest. So the plan basically is right now we're looking for Francois, and the other people that we said that we were actually going to retrieve. But we're looking for Francois subtly, so we're not asking around for him. We're not making it obvious.
Mhm.
Yeah, Solomon. We already know where Lila is, in theory. And also, Sister Angeline.
So while Cameron Tai is outside of this bubble, rushing off to try and find, what was his name? That would be Hansel Strock.
Yes.
Who are you pursuing first?
I'd say either Borman or Darrow? Question mark? What do you all think?
We could have a scene of Yuikami attempting to rush their way to the estate of the Strocks, if you want to mull this over.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
So, outside of the bubble, Kemrutai, you have managed to cross out from the middle of a sunny daytime to the dark world that you're used to. The early afternoon, early evening, sometime around 10 p.m. Waiting for you is Mary, sitting by the cart with a hypnotized driver. She perks up as you approach. Well,
Hello, Mary. We have another mission. Just for us.
So where's everybody else? What's going on?
Everybody else will be getting the others. She leading to whisper, but we have to go get somebody else. Do you know the direction to the Strout?
The Strocks.
The Strout.
Yeah, they got a pretty nice mansion on the south side of the river, just outside of Rioven.
Yes. We're gonna be parking this cart about a miles away from here, and I'll go get Struck myself. But
On foot.
when you... No, with my mind.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. So you're going to use your mind to go get struck.
Yes. So we don't have to take the car back and forth. He'll be meeting with us, where we wait in our car. But I'm going to need your help to convince him to stay in the car.
All right.
No.
So
Yes.
you want to plan that out with me now, or after you have a hop, skip, and a jump out of your own brain?
Yes. So, our plan is we after Stroud meet up with us, he cannot enter the town on his own, or there's a likely chance he can get ejected. And I'll need your help to make sure that he bursts through the door during the wedding, announce his true love for our bride, and destroy the wedding. Yes, there's drama.
Hold on. Why are we trying to destroy the... What's going... You haven't explained nothing on in there, alright? I saw you I saw you group talking to a cat, and then a pile of leaves, and then another cat.
Oh, okay. So here's what happened. I thought you overheard everything. My bad. So, we have to destroy the wedding because they're harnessing some power out of this wedding. It has to be perfect. We cannot have it perfect or succeed in any way. So we're spreading out, gather what we have to gather, and destroy what we sabotage what we can right now. And our dear broken-hearted Hansel Strock is one of them.
So we're going to have a mate run in and shout, "I object," when someone says, "Anyone object to this union?"
Yes.
Like out of a play.
Yes.
Have you not considered, like, I don't know, just going in and spilling pig's blood on the wife's dress, or giving
Yes, we will need to do
I
that.
shouldn't say this because Evelyn's been on me about being more proper, but giving Francois the old 5-knuckle duster in the middle of town.
Yes, I believe that's part of the plan. The thing is, the bride and the groom is really heavily guarded. So, that's going to have to come later. We sabotage the little thing we can do first, and then we hit the big one. That is the brides and the groom. And then we have our little surprise that will be waiting in the car with us. Yes.
Alright. Makes sense, I suppose.
Yes. Do you have any additional idea? I would like to hear it.
She pinches her chin between her forefinger, like her pointer and her thumb, sort of tapping at it for a second. You know who's officiating it?
The who?
Who's reading the vows or whatnot?
The priest?
See if you can replace the priest with someone who's bloody drunk, or get the priest drunk.
Oh.
He'll read all the vows wrong. He'll go on and on, stumbling and spurring all over himself. It'll be great.
That is genius. Damn, I don't get why we didn't include you in the meeting.
Well, you wanted me to guard the horse and cart in case someone came to knacker it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know about that. But yeah, definitely. No, maybe I can send this message to them. Yes, I'll attempt to send message to my teammate. Actually, yes, I'll send it to Christoph. Or Benedict, if that's easier.
You may send your message or attempt to.
Ring ring. Actually, it's probably easier sending it to Benedict, yeah. Ring ring.
Benedict, what is your current willpower?
Ring.
I'm assuming it's below 7.
Yeah, it's 4.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
then
it's easier.
that's several successes. A little more, but still.
Benedict,
What?
tell the others that we should replace the priest who read the vow with some drunk guy, or I don't know, a Protestant priest in the Catholic shirt. That would be interesting.
Alright, leave it to me.
Yay.
Benedict will pass that along with Christoph and Evelyn. She'll whisper.
Oh yeah, that's Mary's idea. All right, and Kim's gonna give Mary a thumbs up that the message is sent and await the travel.
You're gonna pop your body out of your mind out of your body and go visit upon Mr. Strock.
Yes.
Younger.
Yes, the broken-hearted Strock.
Go ahead and roll to see if you astrally project correctly. Yeah, no, you're good.
Oh boy, what
You
willpower.
eject your soul from your body, crossing the gauntlet into the ethereal. The rest of the party is currently up here in Fantasia, but with the distance that you can travel with an astral projection, you can be in the Straka state in not even a second. You're just there in spirit.
Oh, he actually lives close to me!
He's the south of the river, just outside of town.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we neighbor, huh? Gotta visit him more often now. Alright, yes, I would like to search for him. Using astral form. Probably in the manor somewhere.
What's plus investigation? It's gonna be easy because, you know, you can cover a lot of ground very quickly and walls mean nothing to you right now, but... Right. Passing through the walls of the manor, you find him not in the manor, but nearby. Off towards the edge of a field. Their back garden. It overlooks the coast and the rocky shoals below. Stands there looking wistfully off towards the sea in not but his trousers and a single, like, regular shirt. The thing he would wear underneath your jacket and all the other frappery.
Don't do it! Oh yeah, I gotta send a message to him first. There you go.
Give me 1 second, I find his portrait real fast. Strock the Younger.
Oh, I just see his eyes for the first time. Oh boy. Poor boy.
So, you psychically project into his mind. Don't do it.
I'll say, Lottie need your help. She's making a big mistake. That man can't take care of her, only you can. He's a brute and he's going to hurt her.
Okay.
It's a lie.
Roll me, I'm gonna call that manipulation plus expression.
Can I use subterfuge? I have a specialization in lying.
You don't believe a word you just said, do you?
No, she
Okay,
did
then
it
sure.
for, yes.
You're just straight up lying and manipulating him. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. He balls up his fist, white knuckle, as his stare goes from wistful to kind of angry.
our emphasis. Please
French
help Lottie.
brute. It'll not be about a thug. I have to go. Would have saw to keep that damnable horse.
Go with the fastest horse. There'll be a cart waiting for you, 1 mile outside of Fantasia.
What? Please roll me a...
I'm your fairy godmother.
You're going to say you're his fairy godmother.
Yes!
Manipulation plus subterfuge. This is going to be a little harder.
Oh!
2 successes.
He wants to believe.
Well, he wanted to believe the first one. The second one is just like, wait, what? What the fuck did I just hear? Fairy got what? He paused for a moment, looking around like, like actually a little startled. I suppose stranger things have happened. All right, I suppose I will. Thank you.
Go, my child. Go, free your beloved.
Did Father spike my drink just to make sure that I wouldn't? I've got to go save Lottie. And he begins to rush off towards the stable where there are a couple horses. Yeah. Hold on 1 second, I'm gonna roll something real fast.
Oh no!
Kimrutai,
Yes?
as you in your astral form watch this young man go running off to his beloved, sprinting into the darkness, you see something terrifyingly familiar floating in the astral along with you. In the spirit plane, the plane in which you project your spirit. It is a female form, much like your own. Short, lithe, perhaps malnourished a bit in its in its stature, but you can see canite energy, the telltale marks of a vampire soul, and a powerful one, radiating curiosity, playfulness, and this unmistakable and palpable benign malice. This silhouetted form, 2 glowing embers for eyes, and a little crescent cut in the spiritual projection for a mouth that grows into a wide rictus grin, like the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, though where that maw is a toothy one, this one only bears 2 great fangs cut out from its crescent grin. Well. It seems the blood does not drip too far from the wound, does it? Oh, such a delicious tale you're weaving, my child. The fairies' ones was grand. I've not seen a wedding so beautiful. Oh, but you'll ruin it with such spectacularness. Oh, I cannot wait to see what you do.
She froze, just staring at her, terrified, out of her mind.
I knew it was a good idea not to sink that ship. I knew it was a good idea to let you 2 run. What chaos 2 loose servants can bring, and what tales those will cause. It makes my blood sing. Don't you feel it?
She nods like a little good girl.
The smile gets wider somehow. The top half of the silhouette's head almost severing as the grin goes from one side to the other. Well then, let's not keep ourselves in suspense. Go on. Weave your story. Help your brother and your ragtag little groups of writers create a macabre comedy of errors and tragedy. If you can weave in a little bit of bloodshed, that would be delightful. If not, I can make do with some mere laughs at a lovely, truly in love couple's expense. Make it good enough. And you and Minister Boxer Boy, tell you what, I'll give you a little reward. How does that sound, Princess?
Yes, my sire.
Hop along, little lost rabbit. I do look forward to watching this play as it enters Act 2. And the spirit fades back into the mists. The two burning pinprick eyes and the enormous grin staying like burning coals in reality and a slit in the fog of the world between. Your sire leaving it to you, making it well and truly known that she is watching.
She'll take some time to process this before she follow Hansel right behind.
By now he's already found a horse and has hopped onto it and is getting ready to ride with all great haste and speed to Fantasia.
Yes, I'll follow him. Make sure that he get to the cart safely. And when he's closer, she's gonna go and message Mary to give her a signal that he's coming. But she's not gonna go back to her body yet. She's gonna go take a sneak peek at her rich friend Lila.
You're going to look for Lila.
Yes.
You were told generally where she was. I need you to give me a, let's call this your choice of wits or perception plus survival to sort of search the woods. The fact that you are in astral form will make this easier.
I have... Oh, specialization doesn't matter.
Nope. It takes you a little while. Even as a mind without a body, barely restricted by the notion of distance. Zipping through the forest, you comb it up and down over and over and over again in a simple repeating pattern. Before you come across a shaded hut in the woods. A big iron cauldron in the front, in a cutout circle against the forest. On the heads of the fence posts that mark the circular grounds of this forest are the heads of frogs, crows, and field mice. A little pebble road going up to the hut as a young woman stalks the bubbling cauldron with firewood. Pretty young thing. You recognize her, it's Lottie Silver. the... Is it Lottie, or is it... What was Lottie's? No, Lottie is the older sister. This is... What is the younger Silver's name?
Rebecca?
Rebecca Silver, that might be it. I just gotta find the town registry real fast. Rebecca Silver, yes. 15-year-old girl.
Ah. Oh, she's in my line of sight.
Yep.
Okay.
She's stalking the campfire out in the woods. It's daytime in this shot, but, you know, woods. Inside, you hear the creaking of floorboards. And, ere long, a hunched figure with pallid greenish skin comes strepsing out from the inside of the hut. Besides the weird skin color and the big wart and the bigger nose, she's a familiar figure to you. As I try to find her frickin' portrait, Lila's portrait. I didn't make a new one for this, but, you know, use your imagination.
Oh, okay, good. She's in my line of sight too. I'm not gonna get too close because I know she probably wart the hell out of this area.
She steps out from the hut, chuckling to herself, almost cackling. As she approaches the campfire. Oh, Becca, dearie. Now you're done soaking that golden and clear the ingredients, we have to make quite the brew tonight. There's things about undoing our progress each time we sleep. We can't have that. No, we can't have that. Yes, Auntie Silva. Rebecca goes into the hut. Lila looks around the clearing, and her eyes eventually settle on yours. There's a strange malaise, a glaze over them, like she's half asleep. As she's just sort of staring in your general direction.
Lila?
Oh,
wait, I have to send message first?
What creature lurks about in the woods outside of an old woman's home? Is it the ones responsible for the night shifting in the day? If that's the case, then I bid ye go away. Or I'll take your head and make you dead, and in my stew a part you'll play.
I'll try to send message to her.
What do you try to send?
Oh no! Oh no!
That, my friend, is a botch.
Lila! What have they done to you?
Kemrutai, as you attempt to project a message into Lila's head, the pathway goes both ways. The message weakened by the boundaries and the posts she set up around her campfire. The madness that has overcome your friend, the delirium, the delusion, the rampancy reflects back. You are not Kemrutai, you're Kemi. You're part of her witch's circle, and you're much too late to make the brew. You must go to to Auntie Gibbs and help her make the brew.
Yes. Gotta help Auntie. What do we have together? I don't know how to do this.
Just come my way, dear heart. Bring some of that fishy stuff you make. It'll go good in what I'm brewing up, essence of death, but
Yes.
with a hint of life. Such a wonderful ingredient.
I get that, Auntie Giff. I'm gonna come back with the special fish paste water.
Do it soon, dearie. We're making a potent batch today.
And she's gonna go back to her body.
And we're gonna cut away from you as you go on your delirious quest back to the rest of our kindred in the topsy-turvy fairy tale land of Fantasia. So, who are you searching for first amongst the delirious batch of townsfolk?
If the message was relied of like, hey, get the priest drunk, or I don't know, change him. I guess we'll purposely look for Darrow just to see if it's what he's dealing with right now. If by any chance they got him doing something like a certain Claudio.
You're gonna look for Mr. Darrow then. Okay. What's plus investigation each of you searching? If you're just searching with your eyes. If you're asking around, it can be investigation plus charisma.
I'm going to searching because it went so well last time. And I just had to open my mouth.
Oh god!
That is in fact a botch, my friend. Is anyone else also looking for our man, Mr. Darrow?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out for everyone that we're looking for. Amelia Vernot. She takes her late Dutch husband's name, so I think it's Vernot. Sister Angeline. I keep calling her that. Sister Angeline. Solomon Darrow. Was there anyone else?
Mr. Warman.
Warman?
Woman. And I think that was everyone, wasn't it? Or were we going to find Potter too?
Was Potter here? Well, he's probably here.
He's pretty important, so he's probably invited, but I don't know. Maybe he might not be.
Oh, we'll see.
Mr. Potter.
So should I make a roll?
You haven't seen Potter yet, but he could be here. Go ahead.
What am I
see who you
rolling?
find. If you're talking to people, like asking, hey, have you seen this guy? It's going to be charisma plus investigation. If you're just wandering around looking, it's going to be wits plus investigation.
Okay, we'll go with charisma. I'm asking about the people that we're allowed to take away, not the people that we are surreptitiously also working on. Okay.
Okay. So, you do find a couple of people. One Gabor Vorman. One, where is that man's token? Apologies, your DM is loading. one Solomon Darrow. And another character who I will mention in a moment. You find what is effectively where the reception is going to be held. A grassy, open field with a wooden stage plopped in the middle of it. A sort of makeshift but quaint bar, which somehow already has vines and roses growing over it. Sitting in the middle of the field, with the entire thing surrounded by flowers, daisies, dandelions, all that sort of thing. It's a lovely spot. And a few tents are set up with a few sort of being put together spaces for people to sit and eat and drink and be merry. As well as a raised platform for a band to be playing on. You see Mr. Darrow and Mr. Vorman sit waiting at the bar. Darrow himself is behind it, polishing dozens of glasses, readying himself for what will be the festivities, as Mr. Vorman sits and chats with him, and occasionally points to people going on and setting things up in this sort of feasting grounds, directing from afar. Do you approach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll point out them to Christoph, since he's the one that knows them the best. I guess also Benedict knows Vorman, kinda. I haven't really had much contact with either of them.
Oh, there they are. Oh, so they did get him running a bar.
Remember, we have to be subtle.
No, that.
Evelyn's gonna keep an eye out.
Everyone, you're entitled to a what's plus alertness. As
What's an alertness? Okay. Should really get some alertness.
So, Evelyn, as your group approaches, you hear the clopping of what sounds... Oh, you hadn't rolled yet. Oh, that 8's good enough. You
Yeah, I have wits, I just don't have alertness.
You hear heavy footfalls, like hoofbeats, almost, clopping into the grass behind you. Oh, well, that's a curious sign, isn't it? As the satyr woman, Pauline, trods up behind you. What are we being subtle about, eh, love?
Hmm?
I heard you all saying that you had to be subtle about things.
Well, we've been allowed to take some of our people home, but we don't want to interrupt anything. You need your festival to go off without a hitch. Ceremony and the reception, I assume.
Right, that's true and all. But it's a celebration. What use is subtlety? Come, you're going to the bar anyway. Let's get you a drink, eh?
I do not drink.
We both know that's not true.
I'll take her drink, I guess.
Oh, come, don't be shy. Knowing you was all neighbours and stuff, and considering that our good friend Puckard kinda felt bad about the whole old man incidents, he asked me to brew up something special for you lot.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. What would be like a charisma roll? It's like straight charisma?
What are you trying to do?
Appearance? Basically she's trying to throw her off. by effectively just kind of hitting on her, like look her up and down and be like, "Are you offering me a drink?"
Ah, okay,
Like,
so
as
you're going to
in,
learn into
drink
it
from
and
her?
sort of like manipulate her through a bit of flirtation.
Yeah.
That's going to be your call. Appearance subterfuge or manipulation expression.
Appearance, subterfuge, or manipulation expression. We'll go manipulation expression. That would be. Too many windows.
Okay. So, with a bit of a wink and a little slyness to your tone, what do you actually? What exactly did you say? You said, "Oh, so you're offering me a drink?" Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Effectively.
No, she looks her up and down and says, "Are you offering me a drink?" As in, she's implying, "Are you offering me your blood?" So it's like a combo threat flirt.
Oh dear, I'd offer you quite a bit of things. But that's not what I'm getting at this time. Maybe later.
Suit yourself.
Oh, what was your name? Darrow. That's a couple of mugs, eh? She leans up against the bar top and thrums her fingers against the top as she looks over to her hip. She's got several casks of something on her hip. She lifts it up and there's a wineskin also strapped to this sort of hip belt combo that has a full-on small cask of some kind of liquor. And she pulls it off and uncorks it, and you can all smell the irony waft of blood as she opens it. As I said, this was sort of an olive branch of sorts before all of this went down. It's the first attempt at the batch. Don't get your hopes too high. And Solomon, sort of in a half daze, sort of looks over and smiles. What can I get you? Oh, you have some. Alright. And he sets down 3 mugs as she pours out from the wineskin into each. So, as she's pouring from this sort of leather wineskin into these mugs, you lot just gonna grab some of your own and scamper, are you?
Yes, this isn't exactly a comfortable place for us. She kind of glances up at the sky
Well,
without lifting her head.
Well, I figured you'd be reveling in the fact that you were in the sunlight for the first time in God knows how long.
It's not exactly comfortable any longer.
Right, so you've had your fill.
It was never comfortable to begin with, but yes, quite.
Oh, well, hon, you should have told me. I'd really love to make you more comfortable.
That's surprising to me.
Is it a surprise? I figure if not for the cross around your neck, you'd have half the people in town lining up to try to make you more comfortable, love.
Well, trying to turn my gaze toward your ginger friend was not exactly comforting.
Oh, dearie dear, you misunderstood. He was trying to turn your gaze towards me. She slides each of you one of the mugs. Yeah, Pugard, he's a little trickster and a little buggerer, but nah, he's my best mate.
Well, he needs to adjust his technique, I think.
That he was trying to piss me off? I can never tell. That whole I can only tell the truth shtick, it gets... Let me tell you something, when you've known him your whole life and several lives before it, that gets annoying. Puka speak, they call it. You have to try and figure out when they're actually telling the truth and when they're actually lying, and when they're actually trying to tell you the truth but can't. Takes a minute to get your head around it, but once you do, and you get savvy, well then they bloody adopt you and can never get rid of them.
And, Pauline, not that that is necessarily your true name, but I'll abide by the moniker for the moment. You're truly pleased with all this?
Oh, this. Oh, it's great, isn't it? Never before have I, well, not for some time have I seen such glamour overflowing out everywhere. I can do damn near anything I want. And I put my mind to. Now, I'm not going to do anything untoward. One that would ruin the chase and the fun of the hunt. But also, well, unlike male traitors, I think consent is sexy.
I see. I was just curious. There are duchesses, so I suppose there must be queens and kings. Not all royalty is known for their benevolence toward their subjects. I'm not sure of your status within your people, but... Well, I wonder, should your freedom remain as robust as it is now, once there are more of you present?
I see what you're putting down here. Why don't you roll me a charisma plus your choice? Streetwise or expression here, as you're trying to sort of give her an insinuation.
Okay. We'll go with expression. Oof.
Oh, no, let me tell you about it. So, where I'm at, I'm just sort of a common folk, you know. Every day, everybody. Just do my job, have myself a good time. Yeah? Make sure the party is fun, exciting, and make sure everyone experiences something new and interesting every now and then. Above me, there's your sort of mid-level administration tops. Your knights, your counts, your baronesses in that order. Then there's dukes, princes, viscounts, vidukes, archdukes, grand dukes, archviscount dukes. There's a lot, honestly, there's a whole lot of dukes, a whole lot of dookie if you ask me. She has a shit in grin at her poop joke.
Evelyn will slightly smirk.
After that, there's the princes, and then there's the kings and queens. But basically, everything under of above a baron fled to Arcadia. Few stuck around like our dear old, Miss Lang. But to a lot of them, the changeling path was an indignity. Or said it was a fun new adventure. They said it was an indignity, but you know, that's why I'm not in charge.
So they fled in order not to hide?
Sorry, say again?
So they fled in order not to have to hide?
Indeed. Indeed, indeed, you do. Ah, well, what can you do? They're so big that apparently the pain of the mundane hurts them even more.
But mundanity is fine with you?
Oh, it's dreadful. The exact opposite of everything I exist and stand for. A little bit of it is fine, so you have a day-to-day to rebel from. But there's so much of it nowadays, and it's only getting worse. What imagine you, what? Right? If, say, she grabs one of the mugs that she points to one of the mugs that she handed out to you all. This is glamour. Blood's glamour, right? It is the vital source of the beating heart of every man. The joy, the curiosity, the wonder, the ingenuity. Everything that gets them up and moving. Right? It's great. You slurp it up. I slurp it up. Let's do also wonderful things. Mundanity. Well, I suppose there's not something opposite of blood then, is it?
You could say.
Because the mundane, when there's too much of it, it's anti-blood, right? Pulls it right out of you. And doesn't consume it itself, it just makes it go away. Can turn the greatest, most passionate poet into a dispossessed, grumpy... something. Bad for everybody. Speaking of lack of curiosity and venturousness, none of you have touched your drinks yet.
Well, no offense intended, but we are in a strange state. This area is under control, and how can I know that this drink will not clear my memory? I will not wake up again in my own bed.
Oh dear, it'll do all sorts of things for you. I don't like the things I do to be forgotten, though. And like I said, consent is sexy. Why would I do something so unsexy with such a pretty thing as you? Or a handsome fellow like that.
Some
If only I had a banana.
become desperate in their impatience.
Right. If it'll make you feel any better, I'll take a sip first. I mean, I'm not going to enjoy it anywhere near as much as you will, but...
How am I to know the effect upon you would be similar to the effect upon myself?
She grins. Cross my heart, hope to die, stick a feather in my eye. If I lie, then I'll choke and die. She gestures through the air, arcs of color in their wake as she tells this rhyme and does these gestures, making a X in the air, crossing her eye and her heart, and then making a little joking noose around her neck and tugging. All of which accompanied by these iridescent sparks and glows. Before she grabs one of the mugs. She grabs the wineskin itself, grimaces at it a little bit, and... Well, it'll be the first time I've had it. Knocks it back and sort of glugs and grimaces. That's about as much iron as I put into it here. Oh.
I can hardly consent to something for which I know not the effect.
Dear, it's blood mixed with booze. Or it's imitation blood mixed with booze. I can't really call it blood, because I made it, but I'm pretty sure I got close.
What did you make it from? She'll kind of glance into the mug as though considering it.
Some hops, a potato, a bit of fairy dust, and spring water. There's also a little bit of barley for flavour.
And it will turn back in my stomach, and then I will be forced to regurgitate it.
No, it'll be like you knocked back a stout in someone's neck at the same time.
I've never been drunk.
Oh, you love a sacramental wine, gal. I can make... if I could get some grapes... Not be able to do the same thing. Red or white? Can't make it now, but, you know, future.
You need not make future plans for me. I'm sure you'll be very busy. As will I. But I'll try it. Why not? It's not an offer I get every day. Can I do, like, kind of a, like, visual check? Like, smell it gently? Like, you know, like savoring a bouquet or something? Like, see if I can tell anything about it.
Medicine would be to sort of, like, sniff out any sort of poisons or additives to see if it's going to do anything untoward or what she said it will. What she said it won't.
Perception plus medicine. Okay. So that'll be...
She has made an offer of a similar mug to both Benedict and Kristoff, by the way.
The moment she started describing the thing, Kristoff reached for the drink at this point.
Okay.
I too shall drink.
Evelyn, you give it a whiff like a fine sommelier, and it smells like blood. Blood with a little bit of like herbal notes to it, and then you do see there's a little bit of barley in it, like just a single like almost oat kernel rising to the top. It gives you enough to pluck out.
I will pluck it out. Does the food scent, like, turn my stomach or anything?
No, not really.
Okay.
The scent of food
sip.
doesn't disgust you. It's when it goes down.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take a small sip.
Tastes like blood. Also tastes like fermentation, oddly enough. Have you ever had a Guinness?
Mm-hmm.
It's like drinking blood and Guinness.
Strange.
Yeah, that again, like a Guinness, it's thick, but it's also a little. But it flows better than blood does.
More syrupy than usual Guinness.
Yeah. Kind of like it's been out. Kind of like you take Guinness and then concentrate it just a little bit, almost like drinking a gravy. But it tastes like blood. Not fine blood of a well-refined how-do-you-do gentleman or nobility member, or someone who has been fattened and lazy on merchant work, or of a high virtuous being. Like the blood of a tired working drunk. Emphasis on drunk. Better than animal blood. You can tell it's not up to the level of human, though. Or it is human of a person in not great condition.
I've tasted worse.
Do any of you just down the whole thing?
No.
Oh, I do.
Of course.
Okay.
Same.
The lads both knock it back. It's better than Kemrutai's pig blood. Again, it has a little bit of fermentation to it, and it's not up to par with like a fit, healthy human. again, kind of like you began to drink on a drunken bum in an alleyway. Emphasis on the drunken. Please roll me stamina.
Oh boy.
I'm just looking to see here if there's going to be anything that's going to be good for resisting alcohol in the abilities. Maybe athletics. Yeah, sure, athletics. Two or three of these, gentlemen, you'd be drunk.
Huh. It actually tastes familiar.
Big fan of hops, are you?
Hey, I kind of miss the feeling of actually getting drunk from time to time, alright?
She grins. Well then, keep in touch. I'll be able to help out with that sometime, eh? Again, this was just a olive branch. We may not have the need for an olive branch pretty soon, but, you know, whatever. You were here for your lads, right? Say hello, lads. Darrow and Vorman in unison sort of look at you and say, hello, in the sort of dull, half-glazed monotone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you a lot.
I suppose if you're taking the bartender, then I should tend bar. Off with you, Darrow. She gives him a little shove and he stumbles out from behind the bar as she plops herself down. Now, if you need a break from running around and getting your little gang back together, so why don't you swing on by and get another drink, eh? Tell old Paulie your troubles like a right proper bartender.
Very kind of you.
Something else while we're at it.
Would you perhaps have seen Sister Angeline?
No. Maybe she's another nun, right?
Correct.
No, you're the pretty nun. So she's the ghoul nun, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She's with the bridal group.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, just go on by the church. Knock 3 times or talk to the bunnies and let them know that you're there to pick her up and that Polly sent you.
I shall. Thank you.
Oh,
Have a good evening.
have you seen by chance my mate? Not like mate, like an animal mate, like my buddy, you know.
Who would that be?
You're me.
Picard.
Oh. Did we see him? I suppose there might have been an orange cat around. He was jabbering something. Not quite sure I followed.
A jabbering cat, though.
Yes.
Only one of those around, that's gotta be Puck. Where is he?
Oh, he was... She gestures behind herself. Around... I'm not sure if he's... where he's gone off to now, but we saw him near where we met with your mistress, your Duchess. On the outskirts.
Go ahead and give me a... what am I gonna have you give me here?
Evelyn doesn't actually know the way to describe that location, so she's just kind of like gesturing like down the road kind of thing.
So you're not trying to lie?
No, she's just genuinely like, I don't know where he is now. I saw him like down the road. Like that's true.
Alright. As long as you're not lying, I'm not gonna have you roll anything here.
Nope. She's saying she saw him, but saying she can't really describe where she saw him because she doesn't know this place.
She turns over to Benedict and Kristoff. How about you blokes? You better with directions, by chance?
We could tell you the general direction that we last saw him.
It'd be helpful.
Okay, Benedict will just point towards the direction that they came from. Somewhere that way. Sorry, that's the best that I could describe to you with.
Red slowly turns over to Kristoff.
It's pretty much about it. We were coming into town and spotted a talking cat. But yeah, we came from like that direction.
Right, the vampire is not known for their best direction-giving abilities, then. Okay, thanks lot. If you see him again, let him know I might be able to talk to Miss who knows who about letting him not be a cat for a while. If he
I shall do so.
apologizes.
I shall pass along the message, yes.
Grand thanks.
So
Now we should be going. We have people to quietly extract. Give her a, like, friendly but restrained smile, like, kind of like polite smile.
No, Piss, I can't turn that into too easy. Off with you then.
Have a think on it, perhaps. She'll turn and leave.
Right. So you're going to go towards the church to try and gather up some more party guests to extract.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we can spot... Is there like a general gathering place of guests or a likely place? Like, I guess maybe the bride might be having any bachelorettes who are good at fashion helping prepare. So maybe, Emily, is it Amelia?
Miss Verno?
Yeah. Brain is melty today. I think it's
I'm trying to see
Amelia.
if there's a place where Amelia, yeah.
Yeah, Amelia. So I'm hoping that she'll be there, or if I can think of any other. Like, I know she's good with gardening, so maybe they're having her deal with flower arrangements or something. And she's also fashionable, pretty. I don't know what else they would see in her that they could use.
So, you don't see any, like, general gathering place other than, like, the town well, or the church, or the... Yeah, or the church, basically. Or where that wedding reception area was going to be held. Everything else is sort of scattered about hither and thither, where people are doing wedding prep, in various little groups and clusters. Just at a glance around, you don't see her around, but she did say that there was a bridal sort of area where your nun was.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully she'll be with Sister Evangeline.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Angeline. I'll get it right one day.
Where where's your next destination? Gonna go.
Yep.
Gonna
I would
go
be
for
there
Evangeline?
unless the others have a different suggestion.
We're already in front. We're already in front of these two, so are we gonna leave them there or?
They're coming with us. Or I guess one of us could take them back to the cart. We do want them to be out of this area. We want them to be safe. At least the human, the ghoul might be useful, but
How about like just
this is all out of character.
yeah, out of character, but like just confirming. She sent Bormon back to bartending. I mean, Darrow back to bartending. No.
No,
No,
she took his place.
she's bartending. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's why she said, "Come back and I'll get you a drink, and you can talk to me like a bartender," because she's now tending bar.
She gave up Vorman and Darrow. You have them.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Alright, then yeah, I can let's see. Touch up this. So yeah, we can go spot. What?
How's Darrow looking? Is he looking glazed, like he's
Yes.
okay? Evelyn's gonna like gesture for us all to move away from the bar and go like back toward the cart, but we're not like gonna go all the way there. She's just gonna tell Christoph quietly to try and snap Darrow out of it.
We'll follow along, and while on the road, come to think of it, Evelyn, isn't... Sorry, my apologies, Sister Patricia. Isn't the priest that's gonna be holding the ceremonies one from your tutelage?
Yes, the officiant is a priest whomst I have studied the word of the Lord with, yes.
Then would you forgive him if he for once shows drunk at the ceremony?
I should prefer to avoid that, but could we not perhaps... Well, I was seated next to... what languages do you speak?
English, German. Started picking up Swedish too.
Okay, Evelyn's going to make sure no one's like in earshot and just quietly tell Christoph, I remember being seated next to the... I'm blanking on the term. Protestant priest guy is called
Pastor.
a what?
A pastor, I believe.
Pastor, yes. I was seated next to the pastor, and he was somewhat put out that he was not the one to be officiating, so he might be convinced. Perhaps we could have them switch.
Oh, dear Lord, a jealous drunk pastor. Yeah, that works better.
Quite.
Well then,
We will be going to the church, so perhaps we'll find him nearby, but yes, we must hurry to find everyone that we need, and then I suppose we need to see about Lila.
certainly. I can... Well, let's, it would be... lit... Well, actually, never mind. I was gonna say... Would be a little weird to send a pastor at a bar, but then again, he's not officially officiating yet, so... That, or we could just... send Darrow to get a couple more drinks, just normal.
That would also be sufficient. Perhaps just snatch a bottle of something.
What do you say, bud? It's all right. He now remembers that he's still they were still out of it.
Mhm.
One thing at a time, I guess. Hey, Darrow.
Yes. How can I help you?
Buddy, do you still remember that first drink you served me when I got into town? Well, second, sorry.
Sorry, what?
Hey, bud, do you remember that? I don't even know if it can be called drink that you gave me when I initially came in town 5 years ago.
Yes, Yeah, I keep it under the bar.
Alrighty. I know it's gonna be. I know this is not your bar, but is there anything I like in there?
As I think someone from around here was experimenting with making whiskey out of corn. It was... well... they still caught fire and they went blind, but... I think there might be a jar of it.
Well, that will do. Just... if you happen to pass by, please point me into that direction.
He looks around for a while, sort of like in a half-dream-like daze. I think it was in that barn over there. It belonged to Mr. No-name NPC who will never appear in this game.
Ah, yes, Mr. No Name.
Right, thanks. Well then, I have a small pit stop, I guess. Meet you at the church or at the cart?
At the church, yes.
At the church it is. And yeah, Krista will go walk at the barn, I guess.
So Kristoff is going off to go secure some moonshine.
Mm-hmm.
Evelyn, you're going to the church. Where is Benedict? What was Benedict doing?
I could bring Captain Vorman back to the wagon.
Okay, so we're going to stick with Benedict. Benedict, you're taking Captain Vorman. Are you also taking Darrow?
Would Christoph allow me to?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, then I'll be walking both of them back.
Yeah, you walk them both out of the event horizon of the daytime bubble and back out into nighttime. And you find Mary sitting on the cart, Camrutai's body passed out in the back, and the hypnotized driver waiting for you there.
Mary, glad to see you're still fine here. How are things?
Well, Camrutai popped her head out of her head in order to go talk to the bloke who's head over heels for the girl in there. And after that, she wants me to move the cart when she gets back. Been passed out for more than a minute, though. It's odd.
I'm sure she's fine. She usually does this. Here, I have 2 more passengers for us.
Benedict, as
Did
you're
he,
bringing the 2 hypnotized mortals, who, as soon as they exit the event horizon of the bubble, both just slump all... They don't fall over, they just like their posture immediately relaxes and like slumps as they look exhausted.
Oh.
A shiver runs down your spine. A cold presence, a familiar presence, a dark presence seems to fall over you. Instinctual, the blood in your very body reacting to the sensation of that being near, as suddenly the flashes of the encounter that Kemrutai had with your sire flash in your mind. The smile, that great big horrible smile, and those pinprick fiery coal eyes, the laughter, the offer of a promise, the glee, the anticipation of a story, it all comes rushing to you in a moment, the Madness Network. Then, cackling, a strange brew, animal heads on sticks, cackling madness, and the desire to obey and bring fish? Fish and rotten death. These images flash in your mind one after another. Obedience, friendship, terror, dread, all through the Madness Network. In an instant.
I don't feel so well.
You don't look so well. It looks like you lost a fight and then got drunk about it. Do you need to sit down? Have a drink. I haven't tapped the cart driver yet. He's all full.
Oh, sorry, was it Mary saying that?
It's Mary.
Okay. Yeah, could you help me out with these two?
She hops down off the cart and goes over to help you with the ghoul and the guard captain. As suddenly, Kemrutai, you awaken.
She look for the jar of fish paste. Juice.
You have one.
Have to bring this to Arn Gibbs. Yes. Just gonna take the fish jar and get off the cart and I just skipping towards the witch hut.
Kemrutai, wait for me. Where are you headed with that?
Oh, my name's not Kimmertai. My name is Kimmy.
Kimmy. Well, alright. Just take me with you then, and I feel like I've seen the same thing that you have.
Same
Something
thing.
with-
Oh, yes.
Fish.
Then you see that Auntie Gibbs needs this.
Auntie Gibbs.
Yes. She's the witch of the wood, you see.
Alright, just give me a second. Wait for me. Mary.
Yeah?
Mary, I'll need you to watch over watch over them while I go with Kem or Kimmy, and I'll find out what she's up to.
Yeah.
Can't be good if she's going alone. Okay.
You go ahead and do that. I suppose I'll just wait here instead of moving this cart like a mile outside of town then? Unless we still wanted to do that plan or whatever.
There's still one more person that we're waiting for.
Stick to the plan, I suppose. Yes.
Let's stick to the plan.
Great. Lovely. If she doesn't snap out of that, give her a right smack over the head. That might reset her.
Yeah. I might just do that soon. Alright, lead the way, Kimmy.
Yes, this way, this way.
Okay.
You wander off into the woods, Mary looking sort of cringing into herself as she watches the two Malkavians wander into the woods to go look for a witch. We're going to stick with you two for a bit. Kemrutai, or Kimmy, you know where to go. You just came from there just a second ago, after all. And you've got your good friend Benedict in tow. You're not sure what Auntie Gibbs is going to say about bringing him along, but it should be fine, right? He's practically your brother.
Mm-hmm. The more the merrier.
Exactly. And
Maybe you can help Auntie Gibbs with finding more firewood for the cauldron.
What does Auntie Gibbs even want from us? From you?
Oh, Auntie Gibbs just needs me to bring this for her concoction.
Her concoction.
Mm-hmm. She's brewing something great, you see.
All right, let's keep eating the way then.
so the two of you
Anyway.
continue into the woods. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Before you come across... It's odd, you enter into the event horizon of the bubble, but it's still nighttime when you arrive. You're on a hill in the woods, off to the northwest of town, generally where you were told to find this place. And you find this secluded little house, this little hut in a clearing. This circle of animal heads on fence posts, and this big cauldron with Lila stirring some noxious bubbling fluid inside. Her skin reflected with a pallid green, her nose larger with a big conspicuous wart on one end. And she can't seem but but continually cackle to herself softly as you all approach.
Auntie Gibbs, I got what you need. She's gonna raise the jar of fish paste juice.
Benedict's gonna stop her for a second, grab her by the shoulder. Just a second, Kimmy.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, what's the name? Auntie, what?
Auntie Gibbs.
Auntie Gibbs, I presume.
But you don't recognize me, little Benny. We spent so much time together on a boat. You should stick better with your sister, then. Now come, let her go. I need what she's got in her hands over there to make my brew.
And what exactly are you brewing? His grip on Kem gets a little tighter.
Aren't we a curious one? Nothing too outlandish. We've got a bug problem in these woods, a very bad one. Ones which melt things all around them. Think you know about it, don't you, boy? You came in the right direction. This'll solve that right quick. Said everything right.
And how exactly will this brew solve that problem?
She smiles. You gonna help me or not, young man? Tell you what. You're good friends with Kemi, practically her brother. Tell me you'll help, and I'll tell you how this'll work.
You ain't going to help her, right, brother?
Benedict will then take a moment to look at the witch brewing, and he will use Eyes of Chaos to see her true nature.
Eyes of Chaos. That is an dementation ability, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Patterns of a person's soul. The convolutions of vampires' inner nature, or the random effects of nature itself. Well, hidden psychosis inside the person herself. Perception plus occult. Depending on the pattern. The neighbor is a stranger, casual acquaintance. I'd say this would be a DC 7. And this will. Right, this will reveal to you the true nature of the subject. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Alright, that's gonna be Never actually prepared my stats for this. Nice.
That's one success. Is this a thing where the more successes the better, or... No, it seems to just be on and off. Peering at Lila before you, Miss Gibbs, you see before you a caricature of the woman who she really is. A reflection. Like looking at someone's face in a pool full of ripples. A distortion. It's her, but it's not her. Like a character on a stage written in mockery. Or again, a distorted, disfigured ripple in a pond. This... Lila is wrong. There's none of that secret gentleness that the real one has. There is power, cruelty, and doom about her. And every most dangerous thing that lies in nature exemplified tenfold, with none of the kindness or beauty found within. Choking vines, bramble bushes, a corpse left out for carrion beasts. That is the Lila that you see before you.
After seeing this, Benedict will face Kemrutai, and he will say, "Oh, forgive me for this." He will grab the jar from her, or the container of the fish, and he will smash it to the ground.
What are you doing?
Kemi,
Snap out of it,
do you want to resist
Kemutai.
this? Or...
Hmm?
You're trying to snap... Does Kemi try to resist the grabbing and smashing the bottle?
How? What? The thing is, would she see it coming? How quick did he do it?
Pretty quick. Benedict's got a high dex, yeah.
Yeah, she wouldn't even think that he would do something like this.
Yep, so you easily snatch it out of her hands. You're strong enough to wrestle it clean from her anyway, and you smash it up on the ground. The smell of, like, rotting fish, and, like you know what fish paste smells like, and what fish sauce smells like. It's all of the cast-off and the worst shit used to make that, fetid and sticking up the air. It's horrible. And Lila, Miss Gibbs, lets out a shrieking, howling no as you do so, slamming her fists against this bubbling cauldron. You miscreant! I had to give you such a throttling. Kneel. I need you to roll willpower.
Oh, okay.
Well, Cave's gonna try to gather whatever was left on the floor into her palm.
Okay, you succeed. As she reaches her hand out and attempts to make your body act against its own will.
Oh.
You feel your muscles twitch and spasm in a way that would cause you to crumple to the ground in a kneeling position, but you manage to retain control over yourself. You can tell magic has been used against you.
He'll rush to Kemrutai and he'll say, like lightly patting her face, "Kemrutai, snap out of it. You're not Kimmy."
Gemmertai, you are entitled to a willpower roll to try and snap out of your demented state, or just spending a point of willpower will do so.
Is that a max willpower or current willpower roll?
Current willpower.
I spent my willpower.
Okay, you spend a point of willpower. The delusion over yourself breaks as Benedict shakes you out of it. You see your friend Lila, a twisted character of herself, really, approaching, her hair rising and whipping in the wind, magic hanging in the air, the taste on the wind, as well as the horrible, rotten, fetid stink of your broken fish paste. You're not entirely sure what's going on, but shit's not great.
Lila! Lila, this is not you! Lila!
Oh, you're back.
Don't you dare to tell me who I am, you naughty child!
I know you, Lila!
You bring this interloper boy into my home and you smash what is mine?
Lila, this is not you! Remember who you are, Lila!
I'll give you let's see here. Charisma plus expression here to try and give her a chance to shake out of this. Alright, let's I'm gonna need a couple more die. This is a mage's willpower I'm rolling. Okay, that's...
Lila, you're my best friend.
She pauses for a moment, the whipping wind moving her hair and the darkening horizons around her receding a bit. Gotta fix this. Ooh, ruining my plan.
Lila, you're back!
She's still approaching. It's just that whatever she's conjuring at the moment is stop. It doesn't seem like the spell over her is broken. It seems like there's some hesitation there. She's still under the effects. It's just you're breaking through a little bit.
Is she still in her fence? Behind
She
the
is
fence?
still within the circle of animal heads, yes.
Lila, remember what you're trying to do! We have to help people! You're the strongest witch here, only you can do it!
Of course I am. That's what the fish gunk was for. To make the poison. To solve the problem. It would so quick, it would have been so easy. And all the power in the world would have been mine, and then I could use it to... Was I using it for a king? For something?
You wouldn't brew poison. You're a healer, Lila. You help people. You make people better.
You may give me another charisma plus expression here. the right amount of a cure can kill, though, and the right amount of a kill can cure. Ah, she stops a moment, putting her hand on her forehead. You're getting through to her bit by bit, but there's gonna need to be something more, some sort of a shock to help her break out of this.
Is she wearing the dress I made her?
She would be, yes.
As she's getting closer to Benedict, Benedict starts to reach into his pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Lila, I shouldn't have brought you to this wedding if I knew they're gonna do this to you. I'm so sorry, Lila.
She's she's hearing you, and she's got some grasp on what's going on. It's just that there's some sort of barrier in her head or going on, some sort of force keeping her from breaking through this fog and regaining her senses. Something a little more drastic needs to happen. You're gathering.
Hmm.
Benedict, what do you do?
Benedict will try to use Dementation Passion onto her and make how she feels weaker.
You're going to tone down her emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, passion is charisma plus empathy, and the difficulty is the target's humanity. Okay, or equivalent. That's 1, 2, 1 success. And that means her emotions will be toned down for the turn.
Oh. Okay, and while it's toned down, Benedict will look at Kem for a second and say, "You'll have to forgive me for this, but we'll have to snap her out now." And he turns around and gives her a nice smack at the face using his iron knuckle.
You're smacking in the face with a pair of iron knuckle dusters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll me your max willpower as you attempt to cross into the circle to smack her.
Okay.
Can I take that in her place?
No.
You can't cross the fence line. If you want to hit her, you'll have to just throw something at her.
Oh man.
And to your point, Yui, Benedict doesn't even get close enough to throw the punch for you to get in the way of anyway. At this point.
Yeah, if he tried to throw something, she will like jump in and take the hit for Lila.
But it does look like he's rushing up to smack her. From what he's doing.
Then she's gonna run in front of Benedict, even if he like run into her. No!
No? Well, what do you suggest that we do to snap her out of it?
Lila, remember your main goal. You try to bring back the tradition. This is not what you're aiming for. Remember your true calling.
Okay, yeah. She's at this point. It's just changing what she's muttering about. The fog and confusion is still there. You're going to have to change up your tact. You've gotten about as far as these kinds of words will take you.
I can't go inside.
After seeing that, Benedict will pick up one of the fish or some of the fish sauce and try to throw it at her, at the Lila.
Benedict, shove me in there.
Dex
Shove you in
plus-
there.
Yes, shove me into the barrier. I can't go in by myself.
He puts the fish sauce down. Okay, yeah, that's a better idea. Can I attempt to throw Cam in there then?
Oh god, this is what happens when the Mount Cave are on their own. Let me see real fast. Is there like a throw maneuver? Bite, hold, strike, tackle.
Oh my god.
I'll call this a tackle. Go ahead and roll me strength plus brawling to just shove her.
Yeah, she's not gonna
Or-
even
or
oppose
you-
this.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Well, that's a 10.
I mean, a 10 can't be negated, which is good, because that would have been a botch. Which would have been bad. So you just sort of drop the clotted up bit of dead fish and rot. Just grab Kemutai by her silk dress and shove her through the barrier. Kem, roll me willpower?
I don't have the willpower left to roll.
Maximum.
Oh, okay. Oh!
So you don't immediately pass out.
Ooh.
You have 4 actions before you pass out.
I'm gonna run in and then give her a really tight hug.
Okay, gonna give her a hug. What the fuck do I have you roll for a hug? Okay, well, she's not resisting because she's in the throes of confusion and internal turmoil. Give me a dex, or actually a strength plus empathy? This, by the way, this is why I like World of Darkness, because I was able to, with the skill list, come up with the correct dice roll for a hug. I'm gonna give her one more roll.
Huh? One more roll? Like, one more d10?
No, Lila was rolling.
Oh, okay.
She looks incredibly confused, looks down at you, looks up at Benedict, then looks at her own hands in a little bit of disgust. What in the fuck is going on? Why are you fucking hugging me, girl? And why the fuck do you stink like dead fish?
Layla!
How the hell did that work?
And why the
Tears
fuck
up
am
and
I
hug
green?
Layla even harder.
Yeah.
Layla, you were under a spell. The fairies, they put spell all over people and they're controlling them for their perfect wedding.
What the fuck about a wedding? You were at a wedding, and then... Oh, fucking bullshit ass sons of bitch fairy nonsense bastards! Is that why I'm fucking green?
Yes, everything here changed. Even the fairies are in their true forms. It's crazy out there. They're talking animals, bloodhounds as guards, and rainbow sky.
They're trying to set up this, how they would call it, a perfect wedding as a ritual.
For ascension.
Kemutai, you pass out. Oh shit, the barrier's still working. Not my best barrier, but... Just a moment. She turns back towards the hut. Just double check her name real fast. Rebecca, dear. take down the heads from the fence posts and break the string between the feathers. Yes, Auntie Gibbs? Oh, for fuck's sake, they gave me that auntie shtick. Absolute fucking bastards. You stay right there. I'm not quite strong enough to pick our friend up, so... Yeah. For a moment or two... Lila looks over at you, Benedict, and says, "It's safe to cross the line." She then sort of stoops down a bit to the passed out Kemrutai, who's still clinging to her, starts shaking you back and forth violently, and then smacks you in the face. And you wake up.
Oh.
Magical barrier,
sorry.
darling. It's meant to... I think this one was meant to kill you through a sleeping sickness.
Oh. Well, it works. It's amazing. What was
Not
I-
sure if
yeah,
it would.
yes.
You're already dead, dear.
The ascension. They're going to bring the dream into reality. It's gonna break reality. The spirit here doesn't even like it either. We have to stop this. They told me you're siphoning the power out of their ritual. Is that true?
It's an awful lot to explain, dear, but all of that mana, all of that essence, all at once coursing out of that town, it might have sent me into a state we mages call marauderdom.
Marauder?
A true mage... Story time, dears. A true mage has the power to shape reality. It's like clay in our hands. We just need to take the steps to mold it, so the rest of reality doesn't get angry at us or tinker around too much. Being a marauder gets rid of those restrictions and drives you crazy, to the point in which everything around you in a bubble bends to your will and becomes as you want it. The problem is, you're not in control of yourself anymore. It's like going crazy.
Oh, so it's not a good thing that you keep doing this then, because it actually helps slow down the ritual.
Well, fuck. I can't really keep doing this because this was going to kill everyone in town.
Oh, then no. You can't.
Yeah,
let
this
that
thing was going to be a
happen.
poison miasma that would choke out and kill everyone in Fantasia.
What?
Despoil the plots, kill the animals, burn the trees. Real evil witch shit, like out of the fairy tales.
Oh.
Wouldn't be surprised if they were setting up some sort of gallant knight to come and oh fuck, they're probably gonna make what's this
think
fucker
that's
try
their
to
plan.
chop off my head.
Yes. Thing is, the Baroness tried to convince us to come and stop you, but
And
I
if you would
figure I
have done
should
it, they'd
come
have
take a
probably
look
given
first.
Francois magical superpowers and had him do it for you. Fuck.
Yes.
Are those horseshoes round your face, Benedict?
Horseshoes.
She points at your knuckle dusters.
Oh, kind of. It's a working prototype.
What are you going
I
to
was
punch the
supposed
shit out of me
to-
with those?
I'm so glad you're back, Lila.
Honestly, dear, it's not the worst idea. A mage gun marauder is a dangerous thing. Usually the best
Yeah.
course of action is to put him down.
I couldn't even get close to you.
And that's my words. Boyo, you should always come to my house announced, by the way.
Keep that in mind.
So, what's the plan? Are we going in with, Actually, if that's iron... Oh, you said that's a weapon. Prototype.
Yes.
Work in progress. So it was made with the intent of fucking someone up.
That is right.
Oh, excellent. You're gonna need that to kill the fairies.
These. Why so?
Iron forged with cold intent. Cold iron. Iron forged with the means to cause harm or pain. It's the weakness of every fairy.
I'll keep that in mind then.
Now, that being said, you can't just bash them with a cast iron pan. The pan's made to cook things. It's got to be something meant to kill. Sword, pan, punchy things. Spear tip.
Oh,
However,
Benedict.
I would be able to enchant it a little bit, give it another word oomph. If you're going to punch those oomfies to death for me.
You could do that. I'd appreciate it.
Bring him here. Unless you had
He
a
hands them
plan other than just killing the lot of the buggers.
Benedict, you don't happen to still have that sword you nabbed from the head Inquisitor, right?
That would be with the guard captain right now.
What?
I haven't checked if it's on him right now, but you could take it from him while he's still out in cold.
You giving it to him?
More like it was indirectly sold to him.
Huh. Yes, we should check on that.
An Inquisitor sword
And,
would definitely be a weapon made with the intent to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Well, first thing first, we should get you out of here, Lila. Because if they know that we fail on stopping you, they're gonna send somebody else.
But didn't you say my magic was siphon enough power from the ritual? We
Oh,
have to
yes,
stay
but-
here for a little while. Make sure that I focus the power into something else.
Will you be alright?
Keep an eye on things and send me a message with your abilities. If they send any sort of parties off into the hills to go slay the witch and make Francie a big hero type, even more of a knight in shining bullshit, let me know.
Yes. Yes, I will. Also, you look really good in the dress.
Thank you, I quite like it, but I'm got a bloody fucking wart on my nose the size of a thumb, and I'm bloody fucking green.
Oh, you're always beautiful to me.
I already told you,
Gonna hug
compliments
her
ain't gonna
again.
get you shit, dear.
She's gonna run back to Benedict.
Shall we head back then? Are we done here?
Yes, yes. We really should hurry then.
Alright. Take care then, Layla.
She nods.
Nods to her, leaves.
And as the two of you head back to regroup the rest of the group party, I'm gonna call. We return to our vampires. In particular, Evelyn and Kristoff. Kristoff, you were headed to go find some moonshine.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an perception plus investigation when you find the barn your half-dazed ghoul pointed you towards.
Just for shits and giggle, willpower too.
Sure. Digging around through the barn for a little while, it takes you 10-15 minutes, but stashed away underneath a few piles of hay, you find a few glass bottles with what looks like a clear liquid. Uncorking them, you're taken aback with the smell of pure alcohol. To our modern perceptions, you have found a bottle of moonshine.
He would take a sip just out of curiosity to like, all right, how much is it going to be safe to give to the guy before?
Go ahead and roll me a Actually, no, vampires are immune to poison. Right. So you take a sip, and you've been able to drink alcohol since you're embracing, and you have done so, and you recognize the burning sensation of a strong grain liquor. This is that same grain alcohol burn cranked up to the point in which your body feels like it might actually be on fire. The beast, in fact, is roused by this, and I need you to give me a self-control roll real fast.
Oh boy.
Okay. The beast is revolted, believing that you drank liquid flame, and demands you fling this away from yourself and flee in terror. You steady yourself. You realize liquid can't be on fire, stupid beast. Taking a deep breath, which still burns. As you do so, you manage to keep a hold of the bottle.
That's just the strong stuff. Oh boy. Oh, this wedding's getting better by the minute. He would shook his head of it, just to try to like, well, to shake the feeling of throwing the bottle away off, for the most part, and then just go to the random boy point to the church.
Okay. Leaving the barn, you head towards the church, where we find Sister Evelyn. Outside of the church, you see two plump, wall-eyed rabbit men. Where did I put those tokens? Actually, you see a rabbit and a very stern and grumpy-looking goose. Standing out front of the door into the church. Halt! I'm afraid I can't let you in. There's very important bridal arrangements going on inside. The bride-to-be is being taken care of, says the plump rabbit. The goose
Yes,
nearly stares daggers at you.
Yes, I have been given permission to retrieve Sister Angeline.
Oh, well, that's okay
She's
then.
needed elsewhere.
Oh, that's okay then. And the goose then smacks the rabbit in the face with its wing, sort of smushing its head and pushing him back. Do you have any idea what sort of delicate situation you're walking into?
I'm quite proficient at discretion.
See that you are.
Of course.
Very well. Merely understand this. If something goes wrong in that room, I have the license to kill. The goose backs away and opens the door, nods its long neck, and gestures in with its wing. As the rabbit rubs his nose, well, James, you don't have to be so rude about it.
Evelyn will just nod and walk in.
Upon entering, you see several of the women you were looking for. You see your ghoul, for one. You see Lottie Silver, the bride-to-be, for another. And you see your friend, Amelia Verneau. There's something, at first glance, a little odd about the situation, though. Namely, Lottie's not wearing white. Amelia is.
They've swapped out the bride because she wasn't perfect enough. Oh my god.
that instinct is correct. As the scene plays out, Lottie and your ghoul are both arranging the wedding dress on Amelia, making sure everything fits.
Sister Angeline.
Oh, Sister Patrizia. How are you? If you... I'm terribly sorry. I'm a little busy. My seamstress abilities were required to help the bride-to-be.
The bride-to-be? Being...
Yes, Miss Silver here. And she gestures at Amelia.
And who are we marrying today, Miss Amelia?
Oh, why the love of my life. The brave and handsome Sir Knight, Mr. Francois.
Do you know his surname?
Roll me a charisma plus leadership.
That would be charisma leadership. Okay.
She stares off blankly at them and listens for a moment. For a second there, seeming to get a little distressed, before the woman we recognize as Lottie Silver sort of whispers her the answer. Oh, well, his surname is Francois, you see. His first name is John.
Okay, I'm gonna look. Evelyn looks at Lottie. What's her expression like?
There's this sort of dreamy calm over her, but when you asked about that and she wasn't able to answer, there was a little grimace that came over her face.
Hmm. John Frenchie. Well, Sister Angeline is needed elsewhere. You... The door's closed behind us, right?
Yes.
Okay. Evelyn is going to turn to Amelia and say, oh, Evelyn would know, but I don't. What's the name of Amelia's late husband?
Actually, it's John.
John?
But it's Johann, but you know.
Johann. Okay. Johann went out.
Actually, you can give me an intelligence check about that if you like.
An intelligence check about the name?
There's something that happened here. Yes, intelligence plus history if you like.
Okay,
Here's
sure.
the thing. In this game.
Empathy?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, what Amelia just said is entirely wrong. You know Francois's surname. It's De Capet.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Francois Capet, not Jean Francois.
Mm-hmm.
Seems Amelia in her trance, just threw in her actual husband's name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Evelyn's going to turn to Amelia and say, how to phrase this? Johann Van Out must be watching you from heaven. You look radiant.
Ooh. Roll me a... Oh, this is a tough one. Say expression, and your choice of charisma or manipulation.
We'll go manipulation. Sorry, friend.
There's this look of ennui that falls over Amelia's face for a moment. But Johann is not in heaven, he is only down the road.
Oh, my dear. Evelyn's gonna reach out to give her a hug.
Right, So... who would do this in this room? Not your ghoul. She respects you too much even under the spell. I think Lottie looks at what's going on. You must really leave her alone. She's under a lot of stress. Weddings are important. And I can't let this one be ruined.
Of course, Lottie. You wouldn't want your wedding to be ruined.
I'm gonna give, I think that's just a straight up willpower on her part. What? No, I'm Lottie. She goes from like getting up to like offended at what you're doing to just looking very confused, dazed almost.
You looked so happy and excited when I saw you and Francois at the Mayor's Manor, stealing away with one another. Young love is so beautiful.
Charisma plus expression here.
Okay.
Yes, but but I wouldn't want a nun knowing about what we did then.
That's between you and God, but
I
you are very sweet together.
thank you. What's going on?
I think there's been something of a mix-up. Amelia, you might want to relinquish Lottie's dress.
I have no idea why I'm wearing such a thing.
Quite ridiculous, but we can fix this.
They're basically they're in a bit of a confused stupor at the moment. The spell isn't completely broken, but they're retaining enough of themselves and that they'll listen to you for now. What do you want them to do?
So I want to get Amelia to change out of the wedding dress and Lottie to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure Sister Angeline is keeping an eye on the door so no one comes in. Couldn't have anyone see the bride.
Mm-hmm.
Just basically like trying to make it seem like, oh, this is just a misunderstanding. We just fix this. It's fine. Just being calm and reassuring, and just kind of adding little reminders about like, oh, Francois, you know, he looks so dashing in his suit. I'm not gonna mention anything about what you look like, of course, because blah blah blah. Just kind of like keep a low level of keeping reminders of who they really are just in the conversation, just kind of subtly, just kind of casually, conversationally.
Right, please roll me a manipulation plus leadership.
Okay. What a weird roll.
Peaks and valleys. That's
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Not bad.
Actually, it's. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, -2. That's 3 successes. Okay. So you managed to keep things calm, keep anyone from panicking or freaking out, and you managed to keep control of the situation. You swap out Lottie and
Amelia.
And Amelia's dresses. They begin working on fixing the fit so it's for Lottie again. And the entire time, Amelia is watching the door, making sure no one's coming by, and if anyone does, poking her head out and saying, "No, the bride is dressing. She can't come in."
Yeah, Evelyn will do what she can to assist.
Yeah, it takes about 10-15 minutes or so. You're really just undoing a few stitches and things here and there to let the bust out by about a factor of 3 cup sizes. Their figures are honestly not that much different, and in terms of height, they're about the same.
It's convenient for their captors. So in this room, is there just the one exit?
No, there's a couple of doors to side chambers, 1 or 2 of which might lead out. I'll do a little quick doodly-doo on the screen here. You're in the main room of the chapel, and there's it's in the shape of a cross, as most churches are. You're in the main room of the chapel. There's a door going to the back, and you don't know the layout on both sides. You don't know the layout of what's back here, but there are 2 doors going back in from the altar, which will be front and center here.
Okay. Yeah, Evelyn's just going to ask if they know if there's a back door.
There's 2. If you go into the door on the left, that leads to the pastor's room. The one on the right leads to a small storehouse, both of which exit out into the hills.
I see. Thank you. Okay. Once the dress is all squared away, Evelyn is going to tell Sister Angeline that she needs her to come with her. And to Amelia, she's going to say, let's get you to where the guest should be.
But Lottie's dress, you be okay by yourself, dear?
I believe she has what she needs. Do you not?
I am... while you're gone, could you send for my parents?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Oh, and my sister?
Yes. Do you know where your parents and sister might be? Just to make it a little quicker for me.
Oh, my parents should be... I think they're helping with the cake, my mother. I'm not sure
I
where
see.
father would be.
Well, I'm sure she can...
Oh. Oh no, I think Francois has to go save Lottie from the witch.
Oh no, that's fine. We'll take care of that. But I'll inform your mother. I'm sure she'll find your father.
She smiles. Thank you so much, Sister Patrizia.
Just take your time contemplating the wonderful life you'll have with your groom husband. And they should be along shortly.
She sort of sits there with a almost dopey smile on her face, fidgeting with her skirts for a moment.
Okay, I'm gonna try to check if there's anyone guarding the back door.
What's plus perception? Which door do you check first?
The one that leads outside.
So there are two, the way they described it, there are two doors, both leading to different rooms, both leading to different exits. One is an office, one is a storeroom.
What's on the sides of the church? Like, is it bordered by other
Windows.
buildings?
There are small, like, Gothic arch windows that look out into the fields and the towns outside.
So there's no cover if I was just to go out the wall.
There are some trees, some low-lying bushes, a little bit of, like, gardening and such. There's nothing to duck behind, but... yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a cosmetic mirror from someone or a hand mirror and perform the ritual to step through the wall and lean out with the mirror to look around.
What's plus perception?
Okay. What? Where's my perception?
Oh, but perception's another attribute.
Oh, yeah, okay. There we are.
A million different
Right.
game systems, my apologies. What's plus alertness?
Let's put alertness, okay. So just... what's that? Oop. I see nothing.
You poke the hand mirror outside and you glance it around. There's nobody outside. You're fine. What's people? Coast
Alright.
is totally clear.
Alright, I'm gonna sneak out the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then go around to one of the doors. Whatever one which would have the most cover.
So you come out of the wall, and in front of you as you do, you look down, and there is a bipedal swan man in a green suit looking at you quite cross.
Do. Just checking my abilities, one moment.
Mm-hmm.
Does he look like he has a lot of willpower?
He looks upset, and he looks stubborn, maybe.
Okay,
I know, does a swan or a goose have a lot of willpower? Probably. Probably so.
Okay.
Less than a person, more than a guinea pig? I don't know.
just weighing my options because one's willpower based and others. These are like small creatures, right?
It's the size of like a Canadian goose, if you've seen one of those before.
So big for an animal, but small for a human.
Yeah, it comes up to about like, with its head fully upright, like it is right now. It's coming up to about your shoulder height, but its body ends at about your hip.
Okay. One second. Damn. I guess I'm just gonna try make him forget that he saw me.
All right.
So that would be. I'll send you the
That's
relevant
dominate
details.
2.
Nope, it's too long. God damn it. All right, let me copy part of it.
That's forgetful mind, right?
Yep.
I've got the rules open up in the PDF. Go ahead.
Okay. Cool. So that is wits and subterfuge. Wits. Subterfuge. Okay. I'm going to use a willpower as well.
Go right ahead.
Oh, sorry. That should have been. No, that is right. Yeah, that's right.
And the difficulty is the creature's current willpower or maximum? Current willpower.
Yep, current.
You may remove a single memory.
Okay. He didn't see me.
The goose looks straight at you, scowling for a moment. Then it pauses. What was that noise? Hmm? Weren't you inside
I
of it
didn't-
there?
No?
No. Then what are you doing in here? Shouldn't you be inside helping the young lady with the dress?
Oh. Yes, let me go do that. And she goes around to the door. So not the front, but the side door. We're back.
Mm-hmm. The goose huffs and crosses its wings. See that you do then.
So is back guarded?
The back doors, no. You don't see any guards outside there. It looks like the swan was just on a patrol.
Okay. So yeah, she'll go back inside and get the two, not the bride, and wait until the patrol's passed and then sneak out.
I just have one question. Did you exit the left or the right-hand side of the wall?
Whichever side looked from the windows as though it had the most cover.
Time for the die of fate. High, low. High or low?
High.
Okay, you're going high. Okay, so high it is. So you enter into the storeroom. There's no one there. You open the door back into the primary chamber of the church. Usher out your ghoul and your good friend. And you manage to wait in time for... Well, the goose is not here now. We're going to cut in front of the church as our boy, Christoph, arrives with their bottle of moonshine to see a swan and a rabbit standing out front of the church. Hold on. What are you doing here?
Oh, greetings. I was I'm sorry. This he just kind of just stares at the goose for a second, like just like disbelief. Um,
What, you've never seen a swan before? Out with it, lad. You'll have to apologize. I'm sorry for James. He gets a little bit grumpy when he hasn't had his drink. Quiet, you.
I mean, it's just making sure that everyone is high spirits in the party. And hell, if you really need a drink, I can give you some.
Well, James is quite fond of a few drinks here and there. I'd say he gets a little shaken up when he doesn't have any. I said quiet. Oh yeah, I could use a little something to wet my beak.
Yeah, sure thing. You'll have to excuse me. I forgot to bring the glasses, but here. Just take a swig.
You offer the swan some moonshine.
I don't think I'll ever have an opportunity to see a swan on moonshine, so come on.
The swan reaches out its wing, takes the bottle, gives it a sniff. Whoa! Does a double take, takes a sip, takes another sip, hands it back. Oh, that's. Oh, why is the ground spinning? And it flops over. Oh no, James!
You didn't tell me he was that weak with his ring.
He's got hollow bones.
Oh boy. Go get
He's a
some.
bird. He weighs as much as I do.
Oh boy. Go get. He's trying so hard not to laugh.
The rabbit kneels and starts shaking the goose, its head flopping back and forth like a wet noodle. Oh, James! James!
Go get a bucket of water or something. Come on.
You know what, you're right. The wall's only that far away, I'll just hop on along. If you, strapping sir, could you make sure no one disturbs the young ladies inside of the church, please? It'd be bad luck if someone saw the bride. You know, in not the good the clothes and the naked.
Sure thing. Buddy, no time to lose. Come on.
Oh, you're right. Aesop's fables don't let me down now. And he starts hopping away really fast. Surprisingly fast for such a pudgy rabbit.
After that, I would do the sensible thing and just double check if Evelyn has made it inside.
I mean, do you open the door and just peek?
Yeah.
You see Lottie Silver in there in her wedding dress. Sort of sitting there, waiting patiently, fiddling with her thumbs.
Yeah, everything seems in order. Question mark. Just...
Evelyn, eventually, as you're exiting, if you were going back around the front, you would see Kristoff outside.
I'm just thinking too, because the priest is probably in the other room, right?
Maybe.
Because she wouldn't want the guards to see her with Amelia, because she didn't say that she was taking Amelia, and they might be in on the idea that Amelia is now the bride. So she wouldn't want them to see her, but she might just check what's going on, because she's looking for the priest.
So you're going to peer into the other room. I assume you're going to want to be as quiet and secretive as possible while you do so.
Yep.
Okay. Give me a dexterity plus subterfuge. Actually, no, dexterity plus stealth.
Oh
Literally
boy.
the rule for the skill for sneaking.
I do have one stealth. Was stealth in what?
Dexterity.
Dex, okay. Not bad, not bad.
Also, let me check your character sheet real fast. Evelyn Bouchon. For the previous scene, while you were taking care of Lottie and your buddy, go ahead and get a willpower back.
Okay, thanks.
Let me just check a couple things real fast here as well. Cameron Ty also get a willpower back.
Thank you.
So, you peer inside. Let me roll someone else's dice. Okay, they're oblivious. Could actually have one else die than that. Alright, you peer inside, and inside of this room you see two familiar figures. Well, vaguely. You see Sadie in her new strange form, and Bjorn in his hulking trollish form, as well as one vicar. What's his name? Let me see. I'm looking for his portrait right now, but you do see the vicar
Okay.
in here.
Can I retreat unnoticed?
They haven't seen you, so yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna retreat and then have Sister Angeline and Amelia just hiding, and I'm gonna just like double check the main road in case, because I know Christoph was doing things. I wasn't sure if he was coming, because he was going to come here and try and find the vicar, so I don't want him walking in on them.
Yeah, you double check the main road and you see. Well, you see Christoph. At this point, you see the goose passed out.
Does he see me?
Christoph, would you like to roll to perceive someone who's sneaking?
Absolutely.
I glint the sun off of my cross and shine it in his face.
I'll just give it to you then.
Yes.
Christoph, you see Evelyn.
She'll beckon him over.
With approach. So, how things go?
The Duchess and the bodyguard are with the vicar. Don't try to go in the church. Let's get out of here.
Oh, well. Come on, quick. The guards are distracted right now. He looks at the bathtub.
Good. She'll gesture to Amelia and Sister Angeline to come. I'm gonna try and get the frick out of there.
You are able to beat a hasty retreat out from the main portion of town, back to the event horizon and to the outskirts where it is still nighttime. It is about this time that Kemrutai and Benedict also return from their sojourn to the witch's hut, and you all converge.
Does Amelia and Sister Evangeline, do they break out of it? Or are they still entranced?
Sister Evangeline, when she passes through, well, they both get very tired very quickly.
Yeah. Evelyn will be supporting them as soon as they start to show their, like, slumping.
Amelia practically faints upon passing over the event horizon.
Evelyn will catch her.
Your ghoul, on the other hand, they swoon, but they catch themselves and lean on you a little bit, but quickly steady themselves. They are, however, sort of walking with a slumped gait, and they haven't slept in 2 days, so you know they're looking pretty wiped.
We'll allow for
I'm
to
so sorry,
help them
Sister
walk to
Angela.
It is
I'll
all
take,
right, sister. You could not have predicted this to happen.
I should have been more wary.
We were both taken as surprise. Oh.
Other than lack of rest, are you unharmed?
Besides pricking myself several times on needles, and I'm fine.
She'll kind of tighten her hold, kind of like a side hug, Christian side hug, while they're getting Amelia to the cart.
Oh, the cart is back?
Oh, there's a cart gone.
Left.
Okay.
Oh.
It's getting pretty full, though.
Mary has just decided, I'm just going to keep this here because they keep dragging half-passed out people out.
Mary?
Hi.
Shouldn't you be waiting for,
Well, I figured that I should probably wait to convene with the other two when they came back out. Although right now the carts are basically full, so we should probably turn around. Maybe see if we can't head off your lad on the way here. Go back to town and drop off the sleeping beauties.
Oh, wait, before you go, look for Warman.
He is on the cart and passed the fuck out.
Does he have his sword on his belt?
He does not?
Is there anywhere... Yeah, Christoph's here.
He's gonna
So
walk
approach
over
the
to
cart here.
Kristoff. Just lean her hands on his arm.
Just looking around, is there anywhere nearby that looks like it's hidden and sheltered enough that we could leave some people there with... Obviously, we're not leaving passed out people by themselves, but...
Yeah, a little further down the road, the area gets a little more wooded. You could probably find some brush and some tree cover to just sort of, leave someone to stand watch over them.
Okay, yeah. So Evelyn's gonna suggest to Mary, let's take the cart a little down the road and find a place to have everyone stay, and then you can go and meet Mr. Strock.
Sounds good. What am I supposed to do with Mr. Stroke when he gets here?
We need to bring him back to object.
Senior or
Convince him.
junior?
Senior. Junior.
Right, because if I saw Senior Stroke, I might slap him. Prick.
Senior is already in the town. He's not acting himself, but seems quite pleasant right now.
Pleasant? Oh, that's bloody fucking weird.
Jolly, even. Entertaining the children.
Truly the greatest abomination committed today.
Very strange.
If you can convince him to stay with the cart until the time is right, that would be great. Wouldn't want him to bust in too early and reveal our plan.
I'm sure that will be no problem for Mary.
Yes.
Now, would you define the time is right, though? Because that's... I don't just know when the wedding's happening.
When people start going into church, I believe.
Can we see the church from here?
Oh, from here, yeah, but from a mile away, absolutely not.
No, quite.
Oh no, no,
We'll
no.
need-
I mean, for you.
we'd have to signal in
take
some way.
him- No, listen. You picked him up from a mile away. Keep him hidden in the cart. When you get back here. And then, when the time is right, release him from the cart. Not a mile away when you're already here. Just
Okay,
pick
so
him up,
so
hide him in
run,
the
so
cart.
so run into him on the road. Bring him up
Yes.
to here, and then
Yes.
let him go when everyone starts going to the church.
Yes.
Precisely.
That makes a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm. I'm not very good at expressing myself.
When you're working on it, love, that's something, isn't it?
Evelyn's going to start getting people in the cart so that we can take them down the road and then get them out and have a little shelter. And she'll direct everyone else that is around that's conscious to help.
The back of the cart is, at this point, full capacity.
Mhm.
The vampires basically have to hoof it alongside the cart down the road, unless you wish to just, let the cart go and leave them to their own devices when they get there, with more or less just Mary looking over them, as everyone else is pretty fucking wiped out.
Yeah, Evelyn's going to go with and would suggest that at least the boys who can help make cover come along.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
oh, no, go ahead.
I mean, otherwise, I would go help. Yeah, why not?
So a mile on foot
Yeah.
there and back, setting up a little bit of a bit of cover. Takes about an hour.
Does anyone... Oh, yeah. Evelyn will fill in that the Fae had decided, it seems, that Lottie wasn't the ideal bride, so they swapped her out for Amelia. So when they discover that Amelia's gone, they're probably going to be pissed. So we probably don't want to be very visible. Probably don't want to go back into town. If we're going to go to talk to Lila, then we should...
I took care of Lila.
Oh, what happened?
I went to take a look, but then something got over me, and Benedict and I went to see her. Benedict
dear.
snapped me out of it, and then we were able to convince her to come back to her sense of self. The problem is we have to keep the eye on the town. They may send someone to try to slay her. I'm to give her signal to leave when that happens.
Perhaps we should go and defend her. She'll
Yes.
squeeze Benedict's biceps and say, "Good man for helping her snap out of that spell."
I just need to let her know. Just need to keep my eyes on the town. And when the time comes, she will leave. But right now, she needs to siphon as much power of the ritual as possible.
Very well. You're able to keep an eye on her from here via your ghost. I don't know what you call it.
I just need to look. I just need a signal when they send somebody from the town, and then I will send her the message.
Well, I have a crossbow. We could fire a... Well, we couldn't fire a lit crossbow. I suppose...
I have to
Does-
use my body to send her a message.
Oh, very well then.
Sounds fair enough.
Well, is there anything else to be done?
Let's see. Going down the list, we sabotage the food, get the jealous lover. Mary gave a good idea with the pasture. We got everybody we need out, correct? She counts the head. Again, count herself as well.
There is one, not really person, but I guess I can hold off on that.
Yeah, you're currently missing a horse and a member of a herd.
Oh. Ah, right. And Mr. Picard, Smith, I think he's going to need a refuge after this.
A refuge? What? Oh,
He's going
Packard,
to go
yes.
unpunished for this. Yes.
Well,
Is he still following us? She looks around.
Pauline actually expressed that she was looking for him. I cannot quite read her. I'm not sure if she's on his side or she said that she was going to try to negotiate with the Duchess and allow him to leave his feline form, but she didn't quite respond to my cues about asking whether she was a Fey royalist or not.
I'll go find him just in case.
That was probably for the best. Do keep hidden. Keep out of sight if you can.
Yes.
I think I'll go help with that.
Yes, best not to split up too much.
Yes, certainly. Definitely, Christoph, not thinking about the horse.
You two be careful.
It's been such a strange night.
So, you all return to the edge of the event horizon and get ready to go and do some more things in town?
Yes. When she's away from the group, she's gonna let Christoph know that my sire's watching us. We can't fail this.
I don't think there's any reason for Evelyn to go back into town. We've got everyone we were setting out to get. Christoph is aware that the vic is being guarded by the Duchess and her guard, so he's not going to try and get him drunk.
But you're not going to split up. And and you're also not going to wait by the little camped out spot with all the dazed people, right?
I guess we need to make sure that when what's his name goes inside, he's not apprehended. So we need to guard him somehow.
Okay.
What's his name? Strock. So is anyone going with Mary? Because if not, Evelyn will go.
You all followed Mary out to set up her little.
Yeah, because the idea is we're leaving the passed out people looked over by, I don't know, King Claudio and Sister Angeline. Take care of them.
They're a little tired, but you know they've had a little bit of time to rest up. They could bat Mary up, or they could. They'd be able to protect the rest of the group against like a wolf or some foxes. Yeah.
Oh yes, Mr.
Okay.
Bobcat.
So someone needs to go with the driver to get Strock, because driver's not going to be able to explain everything. So Evelyn can do that if no one else volunteers.
Oh, Mary go with.
You're basically waiting for him where Mary's basically waiting for him nearby where everyone else is passed out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. If that's sufficient, then I wasn't sure if she needed to go further to meet him. But if that works, that works. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that we need to do, because Kim can just keep an eye on the town and message Lila if needed. Was there anything else that we needed to do?
Can I look for Picard Smith and is Mr. Bobcat still around? She's gonna call for Mr. Bobcat.
Yes, sir. You call for the bobcat creature and it doesn't show. No.
Oh.
Yeah. I wouldn't think it wants to help us in this kind of case.
It will likely only show itself if there is combat.
Yeah, he did say that he would only help us with combat with them. Yeah.
If Mary's going, if Evelyn's going to stay here, just in case we might have to stop Francois. So, Benedict, come with us too?
Of course.
Unless you want to come help too, Evelyn.
Well,
Lila mentioned there's a chance that he will be juiced up with some magical power and he's going to be very strong.
I see. If that's the case, we should all go, I suppose, but we must be cautious.
So I'm just going to mark out a couple of things real fast, and I want to know where everyone is. So Mary's little hidey hole is around here. She's going to be meeting, what's his name, on the road here. The barrier into the town is there. Where is everyone gonna be?
I think all four of us, right? Yui, all four of us are going in to make sure Francois isn't going to go and night shenanigans Lila to stop her from.
She knows where the way is, right? She's gonna go wait, like at the outskirts towards the direction that needed to be hit to Lila's place. Basically, catch him out of town.
Yeah, so intervene if he comes by,
Yes.
basically. Yeah. So we're all gonna go guard Lila, basically.
You're all gonna go guard Lila. Okay.
Yep.
So, as you head in that general direction, you grow closer to the event horizon of daytime. You see a little orange cat come strolling up by you all.
Mr. Picard.
No.
There he is.
Definitely not Mr. Picard. Definitely just a random cat.
What a strange orange cat.
You have to lie too, you know that, right?
Oh. Capture that cat. I want it in my house now. Go, Kristoff. Should you point and act like a spoiled noble girl and just point at the cat?
The cat sits down, and with its paw, it pinches its temple. I'm not being watched, you daft bastards. I'm much dumber than that. So he
Once
says, I am
everything
being
goes
watched, you
down-
daft bastards. I'm a complete idiot.
Yes.
Once everything goes down, I want this cat in my house so it doesn't get taken away to some, I don't know, weird dimension.
Sorry, what? That was part of the deal. It was absolutely part of the deal. And you know it.
Come with us.
She looks at the cat, like, try to see if he gets the idea.
They start walking around along with you all. So staying on this exact topic, your friend, the completely normal woman in the hills? Yeah. Definitely not a troll, a knight, and a posse of bloodhounds going to pay them a visit.
Huh?
Certainly not my satyr-best knight being talked into it, neither.
Oh no. Alright, give me a moment. Just gotta try to ring. That is
You can send them a
SMS.
message.
No!
Jesus.
Wow!
Oh no! Who let the botch out?
Woof.
Dude.
Kim, you reach out for Lila, and you're pretty sure you're talking to Lila. You're positive you are. How could you got this wrong?
Oh, no.
Lila! Lila, get out of there!
Well, this is a two-way communication thing, or is this just one
It's
message?
only one way.
Okay. What is the full extent of your message?
Gonna tell her, big group of people coming towards your way, dangerous, get out of there now.
Okay. You're positive you sent that to Lila.
And I want to be sure I'm gonna leave my body to keep my eyes out.
Okay. You astrally project. Go ahead and roll to see if you do so.
Is Kristoff just like used to like just grabbing her as she falls now?
Yes!
Wait, is
Oh my
she?
god! Oh, thank god! Oh.
Wait, what,
Kristoff, you
oh,
do
God.
in fact see Kem about to pass out, and you're just like, fuck this again.
Oh, this again. Just in the corner of his eye, he sees her, just reaches out an arm automatically.
Yeah, it's just a
reflex at
it's just a
this point.
reflex. Yeah.
Tucker just looks at you and says, "Oh, your mate does about the same thing, yeah. Completely different what she does, though, you know. You don't get the same reflexes from it."
Condolences.
Yes. Gonna beam through, like, check out all the way. Like, I'm going with, like, really speed anyway, so, like, I'm gonna check out, like, how far they are away from Lila first, and then, like, I'm gonna go and check on Lila. Make sure that she's packing up.
Don't know what direction this group is coming from. You'd have to search for them.
Oh. Not much time, then. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Lila first.
So you go over to Lila. She's, despite your warning, not acting with any sort of urgency whatsoever. She's actually got Lottie's sister, what's her name?
Rebecca?
Yes, she's actually got Rebecca just sort of standing there, putting together some handicrafts and, like, doing some sort of magical spell over it. Looks like she's fussing with a ring made out of bone.
Hmm?
But they're certainly not getting the hell out of there with the urgency of an entire gang coming to kill you.
Can I send them another message to ask what they're doing?
Sure. You may attempt so.
Oh, thank you, Ted.
That's enough successes to talk to them, yeah, and they know who it's from.
Why are you not leaving?
Kemutai. What do you mean, why am I not leaving? You haven't given me the signal yet.
What? I contact you. Then where did my message go to? Oh no.
Oh, fucking shite, that means... Becca, darling, put away the ring, put away everything. You don't got much time. The enchantment will be much weaker, but it'll still be fine. Let's get the hell out of here before we turn into pace.
I'll get the others.
She and Rebecca grab a couple of things, finish a little bit of what they were doing, and start heading into the woods.
Yeah, time to come back to my body.
So what she does that? She does that often, does she? The whole flopping out of herself thing.
More than anything else, yes.
That's completely logical and makes all sorts of sense.
Oh, buddy.
Quite.
Oh, buddy, don't get me started on it.
It has its uses, however.
This is when you wake up, Cam.
We have a problem. My message didn't reach them the first time.
Are they warned now?
Huh?
Yes,
Well then,
but it's just we should go help them.
of course, we're on our way.
Yes, it makes me think though, where did your message go then?
I don't know.
It merely didn't reach them?
It felt like it reached.
Well, let's just hope that it didn't go to the Fae or anything.
That's the thing I don't know. What if? Oh no.
Well, the fact that they've sent people to her, likely our cover has blown it already, but we shall deal with that when the time arises.
Let's keep
Be
moving.
prepared. We may be in for a fight.
What did they know that she was escaping and like they intercept her escape?
All we can do is rush.
Can just get there faster.
Well, there's the horse. Slowly.
Weren't we already
Right.
walking when you left your body? Like, that was my assumption, is that we were already walking, and then you're like,
Probably.
Christoph, carry me.
At this point it's like, oh no! Anyways. You
Wait,
can just
Run
continue
away.
walking.
do you know where Lila is?
You
No.
pointed at the direction.
You pointed in the
You were
direction, so we
guiding
started
them in
heading that direction.
By this point, you'd be halfway up the road.
All right.
So you'd run about half a mile away from the camping site, and you're about a mile and a half away from where Lila is. Lila took off going in that direction, towards the river.
Oh, I would know that they're heading toward that direction, right?
Yeah, you saw them. So we can
All right,
intercept that way.
Okay, somebody has to keep their eyes on the town. What's the plan? Out of character, what's the plan now?
Well, so here's the
What?
thing. We've got about 15 minutes left in stream. It's not really enough time to have another big scene or anything like that, and it sounds like y'all need to make a plan.
A plan?
So,
What's
I'm
that?
gonna-
Just drink.
Sorry?
Christoph's
plan
plan's
was
getting